Okay, I lucked out. My hay fever's turned into a head cold. I don't have the TV and all that stuff. I don't watch the stuff that you guys. If you're watching something on television, you're seeing something I can't see. I don't have television, and so I've not watched a single debate. I haven't even listened to it on the radio, which I probably could have did that. And so I haven't seen 99% of the stuff that you guys see as far as this election is concerned. I don't care as far as the election thing. I really don't care. Yeah, it's just another entertaining thing to check out. I don't invest any. I really don't invest any heart into it because for me it doesn't matter. I will vote in this next election. I guarantee you that. I believe this one's going to be far more entertaining. I also think it's going to get ugly. But as far as a while back when I took all my videos down, one thing I knew I couldn't talk about again was politics, because it just gets me real ugly. Well, I'm not worried about that anymore. It's just something else. So I took a bunch of videos down. I took all my videos down way back when. I took all the political stuff, all the political videos, and because most of it was just angry. In one video, I did several videos on Donald Trump, and in one of those videos, I made a prediction that he was going to talk himself out of the race, slip up, say a word that you can't use or something like that, and just, they're going to give him the boot. It'd be a fun while it lasted, and because he's going to run his mouth. When you're someone who runs your mouth and then they give you freedom to run your mouth, pretty soon it runs you over. And I figured that was going to happen. Well, that's not happened. I mean, nothing sticks. Nothing. I will give him credit. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. Not my guy. None of them are. I'm not a fan of any of them. But Donald Trump's not. Like I said, I'm not some big supporter of his or anything like that. But he is appealing in how he makes the establishment so making them just making asses of themselves. I mean, just they're beside themselves trying to get rid of this guy, and not necessarily the Democrat opposition side, his own group, if you call it his own group. He hasn't even got to the election yet. But I had said that this guy's going to talk himself. There's no way he's getting to the election. Well, I've been wrong, and I think he's going to get. I think he'll get the. I still believe he's going to get the nomination. Even with all the flack he's getting from the Republican Party, the establishment, this side, that side, he's getting it from every which way. But if he can endure this, I mean, he's got. They're all after him. Okay, now that makes him appealing. Another thing too is I did a bunch of videos in the past about leadership. I had taken all those down for the most part. Although I do not believe that Donald Trump is like this great leader, but it's the way he's speaking, the things he's saying, which people are feeling it. He's saying it. He's tapped into that. Okay, I necessarily believe it's all that organic. I think he knows what people are thinking, and he's saying it. And that's the closest to leadership that we've seen in a long time. It's just maybe not so much leadership, but someone that we're relating to him through this angst or whatever. And I think he's making hay with it. But where does it go with this? Oh, anyhow, let's say he gets the election. He becomes a candidate. I think they are going to unload. I mean the Democratic Party, the opposition, maybe even his own establishment or whatever the case is. They are going to lambaste this guy. The wrath from above is going to come down on this guy. They're going to every business deal he's ever done, because you have to remember, he's not a politician. He's not one of these guys who's been a politician all his life. He's been out doing business. Okay, and in our country, in this world that we live in, this Western culture of ours, if you're going to do big business, you get dirty. There's things you do. You and like that. They're gonna dig stuff up on him, and I think if he gets the nomination, I think they're just gonna unload everything on him, stuff we couldn't even consider, and that worries me. Okay, because I think I don't know how many people are in the middle. You got the people that will always vote left and will always vote right, and you got all these people kind of confused and unsure in the middle. And I think a lot of people that are floating around in that independent area might see something of Donald Trump and say, well, maybe I'll vote for the other side because that's a little shaky what he did over there. And I know people like this that fall into that category. And so I bring this up because I did say that I didn't think he'd get this far. I really didn't. I didn't think we'd be at this point. I thought it'd be Cruz or whatever. And Rubio, I can't imagine. I was never a Rubio fan, but I can't believe how that guy's just showing his colors. But from what little I've seen, like a puppet. The other thing that scares me about that, if Trump gets the candidacy, gets the run, and he goes up against Hillary. Now, another thing I said back in the past in my videos is that Hillary would be the next president. Okay, and I did that for two reasons. One, when I said that, I said not only is she going to be the candidate, but Hillary will be the next president. Oh, she's going to jail. Everyone says she's going to jail. She's at the very minimum. She's going to get, Benghazi, and all this kind of stuff. She's still there, kids. Ain't none of that stuck. I don't care if the FBI is at her door or whatever the case is. I mean, they have a little bit of time left to pull something off. But I still, she's it. She's it. I also promoted her as the next president because if I backed her, then she'd probably lose. But I think that what scares me is that it's going to be Hillary. Pretty sure about that. I think Sanders could be a wild card because he's got that Shea Rivera thing going on. Goes right back to the previous video I just did about kids thinking differently. That Sanders guy plays right into that. The MTV crowd. They'll think if he was a little bit younger, maybe spoke a little better, he'd whip these kids up and get them all voting. He's got that, old hippie 60 kind of thing going on, and it's old song and dance, but it's new to them. See, but I think if Hillary's going to be it, and she's going to be against Donald Trump, and the sky is going to fall down on Donald Trump, the stuff they're going to throw at him. And then I think some people, many people, not knowing how many are in that middle group that undecided, like I said, I'll get all the stats and this kind of stuff, that I think could swing a lot of votes her way. And I also think, too, that one of the tricks up her sleeve is she's going to give the house, she's going to give the bank away. She's going to start making, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, things that everyone knows she cannot do. I think one is, and they said this last year, that she was working on a plan to maybe forgive student loans, which she can't do. But she could say she could, and I know a lot of people that would just jump, forget left, right. She's going to forgive my student loan. I'm for that. Another one, too, is if she had her, I think someone said that she might be able to bring Bill in as the vice president, which I thought was kind of odd, but there's still a lot of people that like Bill. But anyhow, I still think it's a pretty good shot. I was wrong about Donald Trump getting walked out the back door, but I still think I'm right about Hillary Clinton being the next president. And I think once this thing gets started, once they actually have whoever the candidates are, if it's Donald Trump, if Donald Trump is the candidate, this will be the ugliest campaign we've ever seen. I think it's going to be right out of a real TV episode of some. It's going to be like one of them TV shows where you got stupid real people saying stuff. And I think it's going to be ugly. And a real circus. So far I've been wrong about the Donald Trump deal. Like I said, I don't support any of these people. I'll vote. But I just have a sinking feeling that Hillary's not only not going to jail, she'll probably be busy the next 4 years. That's my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. But it all depends on what happens with this, who the Republican candidate is. But if it's Trump, it's going to be ugly. Anyhow, love you, God bless, and we'll see if this one uploads. Good day.